If you're experiencing physical abuse, mental abuse, emotional abuse, verbal abuse, any abuse in a relationship, if your husband is hitting you, you're typing, my husband is hitting me, my boyfriend is hitting me. It could be your parents are beating you or emotionally, physically abusing you. This video is for you. It's pretty crazy. I recorded a video like a month ago and I never launched it, and I need to, man, because people need to hear this stuff. So the crazy thing is that in that video I mentioned a friend of mine in Ecuador, this girl I know, and the crazy part is another girl I know actually just messaged me yesterday on Instagram and showed me photos, like just randomly was like, my boyfriend hit me, and she showed me like bruises all over her arm, from it. And that was like, made me say, dude, I need to launch this video right now because this is insane. So watch the video. I ramble on it a little bit, but there is some good information in there, and just let me know your thoughts at the end of it. All right. If you're in an abusive relationship, this video is for you. What's up, y'all? Sean Stone coming to you from the coast of Ecuador in an epic place, an epic peaceful place. I just had a thought after watching this video that even in this epic peaceful place, I know for sure there are girls that have been abused physically, mentally, emotionally within 2 minutes of where I'm standing right now in this video. So I know that this goes on anywhere. It could be anywhere. It doesn't matter where you're at in the world. It could definitely be happening. I don't know. I just thought of that. It's an awesome spot. The reason I'm shooting this video actually is I've thought about shooting something like this for a while because I've been traveling the world the past 7 years straight, and along the way I've talked to a lot of girls that have run into issues where they had something happen, either to them or friends they have, whether it was physical abuse, mental abuse, sexual abuse, whatever it is. And I was actually just talking to a friend of mine the other day. I'm here in Ecuador right now. This girl, she told me every one of her closest friends, she's got 5 of her closest friends, every single one of them here has been abused by a relative or another coworker or something like that. And that's fucking insane. I mean, that's pretty crazy when you really think about that. So this video is for you if you're going through abuse. If you're in a relationship and your husband is beating you, you're wondering, how do I get out of this abusive relationship? How do I leave my abusive husband? Or my boyfriend's hitting me, my boyfriend's abusing me, anything like that, this video is for you. Here's what you need to know. It's not okay. You already know it, but it's not your fault, okay? It's not your fault. If somebody's coming to you and they're hitting you or, scaring you, even if you feel scared, there are some women out there, maybe this is you, that are drama queens and they overreact and things like that. It does happen. It's true. But in general, if you don't feel comfortable and you feel scared, or you just feel like you should be getting treated better, and especially if it's a physical abuse kind of thing. And a lot of times mental abuse, it's really hard to gauge whether it's something where you're overreacting or the person really is abusing you, because usually when it's an abusive person, they are going to manipulate you and they're going to make you feel like it's your fault, and that's why they're doing it, because of you. And it's bullshit. It's not your fault, okay? It's really easy to identify it. If you're getting physically, abused by somebody, it's not your fault, okay? That person has issues of their own going on and they're taking it out on you. If someone, if someone loves you and they really love you and care about you, they're not going to hit you like that. You need to go. You need to get the f*** out. I'll tell you that right now. And the reason I'm saying it like that is because I have talked to more than one girl in the past that, is staying in a relationship with a guy that's freaking hitting them. And it's not good for you. It's not good for them, because you're enabling them, telling them that it's okay for them to continue doing it, basically. I understand you love that person and you fell in love with that person, and you don't want to like come to the reality that you need to leave this person, but you definitely need to leave, you know. And I know it's scary too. I know it's super scary, especially if you're kind of depending on that person financially, for example, and you just don't know what to do, you don't know where to go, things like that. But there is a lot of help out there. Like, that's one of the beautiful things about the day and age that we live in. If you're watching this video, you have help because you have access to the internet, and there's so much information that you can access to help you out. There's so many support groups that you can tap into to get help from others. I'm not even the most qualified for this, probably. Like, you probably would be better off hearing it from somebody that has been in the same situation and kind of gotten through it and gotten out of it. But I still wanted to share my thoughts on this because I have talked to a number of women around the world that are going through this, and it's horrible and you shouldn't have to deal with it. But when you are dealing with it and it's going on, it's up to you to save yourself. No one else is coming to save you. No one else is coming to save you. There is help out there, but you have to go get it, and you have to remove yourself from the situation, as hard and as scary as it may seem, and as much as you don't want to deal with it. You got to get yourself out of that situation. And if you have children and they're witnessing it as well, and don't think they don't hear it, like if it's going on in another room or something like that, don't think they're not aware of what's going on. Kids are very smart. They can pick up on things. People are too. We have senses. We can sense things. And when you stay in an environment like that, you are showing your children, you're telling them that it's okay. You are telling them that it's okay that this person is, scaring you, scaring them possibly, that this person's abusing you. It's okay. And it's not okay. I know that you're not really saying that, and you guys, but that's what you're saying. When you stay in a situation like that, you are saying to that person, it's okay, you can keep doing it. You're going to keep getting away with it. I'm going to keep letting you do it. So, that's just all there is to it. So it's not your fault if somebody is abusing you. It's their fault. It's stuff that they have going on within themselves. It doesn't matter what you say or do or how big of a mistake you make, whatever it is. Nobody has a right to come to you and, physically harm you, okay? The only time a guy has a right to physically harm, or anyone, the only time anyone has a right to physically harm somebody else is if that person is about to cause harm to the other person. I'm a super easygoing, like, peaceful dude, and fighting is just, it's so stupid. Fighting, war, abuse, all these things. It's like people do it because they are lost inside themselves, They're hurting inside themselves. That's why they do it. It's they have anger inside of them. They have fear, they have frustration, they have pain, and that's why they are doing it. That's how they're doing it. They're taking it out on you. Yes, maybe you did something stupid. Maybe you did something really bad or whatever it was, and you made a mistake. But nobody has a right to physically harm you because of that. It's just, you talk things out, like there's a way to talk things out. You take a breath, you step back, but anytime you're getting abused, even if it's one time, people make mistakes, it's true, and sometimes somebody can lash out and just like react like without thinking about it. In my opinion, even one time, if somebody abuses you physically, really abuses you physically, they're going to do it again. It's almost a guarantee that it's going to happen again, and it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. Okay, the longer you let it go on, the longer you allow it, it's going to get worse. And also, the weaker you're going to feel. You're going to feel trapped, and it's just going to get worse, and you're going to love yourself less and less and less because you're supposed to get out of this situation. Your instinct is telling you, I need to get out of this situation, and you're not listening to your instinct. And the more you don't listen to your instinct, that voice inside that's guiding you, telling you what the right thing is to do, the less you're going to actually trust yourself, and the less you're going to love yourself. You've got to find the strength inside. You got to find the courage inside to love yourself enough to remove yourself from that situation. And if you are scared and you don't have money and you don't know where you're going to go or how you're going to do it, it's okay. You can figure it out. You can figure it out. Hold on one second. I got to put my sunglasses on. This sun is killing me right now. Hold on. Ah, that's so much better. I got to switch arms too. My arm is tired. I'm using a microphone so you can see me right now, but I'm in this, this amazing place, Ecuador, on the beach. We're chilling. I'm totally rambling right now. I don't know if anything I've said has helped you at all. I hope it has. I think of another scenario right now that I'm thinking of, this girl I know in the Philippines. That's another thing too. If you come from a developed world, anywhere like the US, Europe, Australia, like any of the developed locations, you don't know how lucky you are and how good you have it. Okay, you have it so good, and you have so many resources available to you, and you also have the law on your side and things like that. If you go to parts of Asia, parts of South America, Central America, dude, the laws are much different regarding women and how they're treated and how fairly or unfairly they're treated and the protection they get. It's insane. It is insane. So it doesn't make it any different, wherever you are. I mean, if you're getting abused and you feel, unsafe, things like that, it's horrible. It doesn't matter where you are. But for sure, ladies, if you're in the developed world and you're not seeking help, man, you need to freaking smack yourself out of it and go get the help that you need. I feel for the women that are in Asia and South America, Central America, some of these places, because there's no help of India, parts of Middle East. Like, there is not help available to them. I mean, there is still help, but it's harder to come by, So it doesn't matter where you are, though. There are other people that have gone through what you're going through right now that can help you based on their experience and how they got out of it. So you've got to like have the strength to seek that help out. You have to have the strength to seek that help out, because no one's coming to save you. You got to save yourself. And then once you go out there and seek the help is there that can really help you, okay? There's always a way, always a way. You just got to find it, and you got to believe it's possible, and you got to get the hell out of there, dude. If somebody is abusing you, you've got to get out of there, because it's not going to change. It doesn't matter how many times they tell you it's going to change. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And I saw a insane statistic. I'm trying to remember the exact numbers, but it was something like in the US, like out of all murders, like women that are murdered in the US, something like 35% or 40% was from like domestic violence. Like, that's fucking insane. I mean, that is insane. It's scary. And I guarantee you most of those didn't start like that. Most of those started with a guy hitting a woman or, choking her out or something like that. And then it just escalated over time. It's not the woman's fault, but it is the woman's fault for staying there, and not doing something about it. You can't blame yourself for that person doing that thing. That is not your fault at all. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. You have to understand that. But you also have to understand that you have to love yourself enough to get out of that situation. It doesn't matter how much you think you love that person. Okay, that person is not showing you love. They're not giving you love back. That's not a healthy relationship. That's not the kind of relationship you want to be in. You got to get out of that shit. Okay, you have to get out of that situation, because you deserve better. We all do. We all deserve to feel safe and happy and loved and all those things. And if you feel like you're in fear or you're scared to say anything, like, you try to communicate with that person. If you see that there's just not communication happening, then you need to bounce, because a relationship is based on good communication. If you can't communicate with somebody and you're scared to communicate with this person, that's not a healthy relationship. You got to get out of that. You got to get out of that scenario. So I could just keep going on about the rambling about this, but I started to mention this girl that I knew in the Philippines. She had some crazy stories, but the last one that I'm thinking of involves this one dude that was a crazy stalker that was stalking her. You know, like she would come out of work and he'd be sitting there waiting for her. She would be at home and he would come right up to her door and things like that. And things are so much different over there in that, I mean, it's this little island in the Philippines. Like, when it comes to like, dude, I mean, women getting protected, forget about it. You know, you're on your own. You know, you're on your own, or you're you know, whatever friends can help you to back you up, that kind of thing. So what happened is she continued to let this dude just kind of get away with it, basically, and she didn't report it. I remember telling her to report it to the police, you know, report it. And I remember her saying, like, you know, no, I don't even want to do that because you know, some of his family knows my family, that kind of thing. And I was like, dude, this guy is freaking stalking you. I was on a motorbike with this girl and we were driving. This guy freaking came up and almost like ran into my bike, and he was telling me, get away from my girlfriend, get away from my wife. And I was like, who is this dude? She's like, it's a stalker. I'm like, oh my God, this guy's fucking nuts. And I was telling her, you need to go report this to the police. You need to go report it to the police. She didn't really do it. And even if she did in that area, I don't know if it would have made much of a difference, but you got to report it. You got to report that stuff happening so that there's a record of it. Because what ended up happening, like 2 years later, I came to find out she was in her place. The dude came into her place and started stabbing her, and she fought him off and ran away. But she freaking got stabbed, dude. She almost, you know, she could have died, you know. And the reason I think that it escalated to that is because she never really reported it. She never, I mean, people were aware of it, like her friends, some of the people that she lived with, other girls that she lived with in the house there, but they never really reported it and really got this dude like in trouble for harassing her the way that he was harassing her. And so, I mean, the reason I'm telling that story is the same thing. It's just going to escalate and escalate and escalate if you don't take action right now and change the situation. You know, sit down, grab a piece of paper and a pen, pencil, whatever, and just write down your thoughts. Okay, what do I need to do right now? You know, let me go online and research, what would I do? What help is available to me? Is there a phone number I can call? And there are many phone numbers you can call out there where you can call and talk to somebody and get advice from other people that have already been through the situation you're going through. So I just did a super simple Google search for abuse hotline, and this is one of the first numbers that I saw pop up. And they even mention on here that, you know, if you're using the internet, you should make sure to delete all your cookies and everything. But even so, it's possible that somebody could be monitoring what you're searching online, so you maybe want to be aware of that. But I mean, long story short, you should call one of these hotlines and talk to somebody, you know, and get some feedback from them for sure. Here's another number too, in case the other one you can't get through. Definitely do that. Don't wait any longer. This is your life. Time is short. It's precious. You know, you deserve to be happy. If somebody's coming at you like that, you don't deserve it, and it's not your fault, okay? It is not your fault, and it's up to you to take action so that you don't have to be living like that anymore, okay? If you guys have any questions or comments, drop the comments down there. If there's anything I can do to help, I'll do my best to help out. But I just wanted to share this message. Get on Google. You will find resources. You'll find 800 numbers that you can call. You'll find forums and Facebook groups and all kinds of stuff where you can find help from other women or people that are going through it. You know, same thing if you're a kid and your parents are abusing you, that kind of thing. Same thing. There are resources out there that can help you, even if you feel like there's no one to talk to and no one understands what you're going through. I can guarantee you there are other people that have been in your situation that can help you a lot and give you some ideas that you may not be seeing right now, even though you feel like you already thought everything out. So have courage, have faith, get on it. All right. All right. See y'all. It's funny, I wasn't even planning on this video, this topic being on this channel, but here it is, the first video of the channel, and it kind of makes sense. You know, this channel that I'm creating, it's basically about freeing yourself from fear, financial burden, and just letting go to be the person that you truly are and deserve to experience being. So this video is about freeing yourself as well if you're in that kind of situation. So take action, y'all. Take action on it. If you like this video, if it helped you out at all, like the video and share it with someone else that might need to hear it, and subscribe too, because I'm going to be coming with all kinds of stuff. So stay tuned. We're going to be bringing all kinds of stuff about finding your purpose, going after your freaking dreams, living the damn life you want to live. You know, we all deserve to be living the life we truly want to be living and not doing something else. Most of us are not doing what we truly want to be doing. And it doesn't, you know, whether it's in being in a relationship you don't want to be in, or you know you shouldn't be in, or a job you don't want to be in, or not pursuing some dream you have, some business idea, or some, you know, profession, something that you know you want to do, whatever it is, losing weight, gaining weight, you know, stopping smoking cigarettes or drugs, or, you know, anything. It could be anything. There's so many things that I'm going to cover based on personal experiences, and I hope it helps you guys out. I hope this video helped you out. Please let me hear from you. If you do comment and you share the video, more people are going to see it if it helped you out. So that would be cool. All right, y'all. Stay tuned for the next one. Sean Stone signing off.